Customers of yet another Tucson pool company tell the News 4 Tucson investigators they spent tens of thousands of dollars for a new pool. The work left unfinished. The company's owner and their money nowhere to be seen. News 4 Tucson investigator Corus Nylander has the story.
More than 10 customers have made complaints to the Arizona Register of Contractors just this year against Premier Pools and Spa in Tucson. The company is now shuttered, but the jobs have been left unfinished. It was the Parisi family's dream to provide a nice, relaxing pool for their young children to enjoy. But after spending $45,000 for a new pool, this is all they have to show for it. A large hole with little progress.
Just an average, everyday family like everybody else. We don't have a lot of money just to waste.
They hired the Tucson franchise of the national company Premier Pools and Spas for the job and its owner Stephen Maskey. After paying the third installment covering almost the entire cost of the job, they say work suddenly stopped. They were expecting the pool to be done by June, but it's clear that isn't happening after learning the business has closed its doors.
The business was shutting down and couldn't get in touch with the owner.
They basically abandoned us. We have no further hope that they're going to continue any work on the project.
Mark Keys also hired Maskey's Premier Pools and Spas. His project made it further along. The pool actually has water in it, but it's not fit for swimming. Filters and pipes aren't properly installed, as well as the pool equipment. His yard remains torn up after spending more than $66,000.
I'm anticipating somewhere between $15,000 to $20,000 in additional work to bring it up to what was supposed to have been done to begin with.
The Arizona Register of Contractors recently revoked Maskey's license to work on pools after multiple complaints. The ROC received 11 complaints this year and 6 last year. The News 4 Tucson investigators made multiple attempts to contact Maskey but received no response. On April 15th, he sent an email to the Parisis claiming the Premier Pools and Spas Corporation was expecting too many projects, so he felt it necessary to separate from the company. He blamed one of his managers for mismanaging projects and funds, then made a request asking the customers to pay subcontractors directly, saying, quote, "The deck and masonry subs require a 50% deposit before they will start. As equipment and materials are needed for purchase, I would also have you write checks directly to pay for those. When we complete your pool, any remaining balance would be collected to pay your salesman's commission." The Parisis thought it was a bizarre request and asked for their last payment back. He said he didn't have it.
We just gave that to you a few weeks ago. What do you mean you don't have it? And then I hadn't heard from him since.
Premier Pools and Spas has had issues with Tucson franchises before. In 2014, the News 4 Tucson investigators covered a previous franchise of the company, not associated with Maskey, that had its license revoked after multiple complaints to the ROC. We reached out to the company's corporate office multiple times, but have received no comment.
The company that we hired was a national company. You expect that they're going to do what they're hired to do, and then this happens.
Some of the customers we spoke to say they are considering legal action to try and get their money back. So far, no lawsuits have been filed. If you have a story you'd like the News 4 Tucson investigators to look into, email us at investigators@KVOA.com or call our tip line at 520-955-4444. Investigating for you, Corus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.